see the animal footprints? I don't know what animal it is. Either a cat or an opossum or something. The sand is still there, but that's okay. Hasn't really rained a lot yet. More projects. And what I have done is I chopped up the top of that TV tray. I measured it, and wouldn't you know, it's about the same size that I need to make a tongue drum. Pieces are pretty much ready to go. It's this thing. I'm sanding in between the little tongues, and then I'm going to sand the tongue parts thinner. I'm going to use this as a top, I think. There's the spider web right here in this corner. Don't know if you can see it. Then there's this one, which is really awesome. It goes from the corner here over to here, and if I accidentally touch it, see what comes out. Come on out, show yourself. It's a giant spider. I don't know if it's a recluse. I don't know if he's recluse or he's very careful. The grass needs to be cut, I guess. Here's my tomato. There are two different kinds of tomatoes that I put in there. What are they called? Manzanos. They're oblong. Now that one's getting bottom rot, and I don't know why they get that. Most of the time, all the tomatoes that grow here get bottom rot. Unless the roots aren't draining right. I don't know. And then peekaboo. Here's a couple beautiful ones. There was a third one and it got red and I ate it. Oh my God. I'm not a fan of raw tomatoes, but I had it in a BLT, which is bacon, lettuce, tomato, with a little bit of mayonnaise between toast. Very, very good. I don't see any other things. This under here, this is a blueberry plant. At the very beginning of the season, it had about a dozen little tiny blueberries. I don't know how it would grow in California. Probably wouldn't. It takes cooler temperatures. There's my little Maranzano tomatoes. I have tin foil or aluminum foil hanging up to discourage squirrels from climbing up here and snatching them, because they did snatch one. I have an electric sander, but the rubber pad that you put the sandpaper on is worn down again. Are they all like that? Is there a way to replace that? Is there a better way to do it? I don't know. I'm really disappointed. That's a third sander, and it was Black & Decker, so I assumed it would last a while. I guess I'm going to have to write to this old house and ask them. Maybe they have a clue or an idea. Where I had put the drill bit in to start with the jigsaw, there's little divots, and I'm trying to straighten them out with this, I think it's a metal file. My son Brian was looking forward to the new Ghostbuster movie. And due to the COVID and stuff, it was supposed to come out about now. End of September. I don't know what's going to happen with it, but there's some company online that takes your measurements, and he's a very tall boy. His inseam is like 39 inches. Or most people's are 32 to 34. He's 6'10". And on Facebook today, he said, well, I quit my job. I'm going to live out my calling. And I thought, oh God, what do you do? And then there's a picture of him dressed up as a Ghostbuster. He bought a custom-made Ghostbuster outfit. There he is. I can't. There he is. Stuart, the Ghostbuster. You guessed it. I am doing this instead of what I'm supposed to be doing. Got the pieces here. And mosquitoes everywhere. I sprayed the hell out of myself with mosquito spray, but it won't stop them. I made a real thin one. Then I made this one. This is kind of pretty. I screwed up down here. But in the back, to higher the pitch, you drill at the end of the tongue or thing. To lower the pitch, you drill down here toward the where it connects, because this is loose. There's a dowel rod and a little rubber ball. I drilled a hole in the rubber ball and glued the stick in. It sounds okay, but you don't know the true sound till you have it on top of the box, and I have to build the box. Well, this is half-assed and shitty looking. This used to be the tabletop to that little bedside TV tray table. I put this on top. I was hitting it with the mallet to see if it made any resonating sounds. No. I think the tongues are too thick, so I'm going to try to sand them thinner. We'll see. It took quite a while. From the underside, I used a grinding wheel. I used the sander. I even just gouged it as much as I could. And I'm going to have to clean it all up and then lightly shellac this. There's not much of a difference, is there? This is like day 3. And I've been sanding and sanding. I'm sure the neighbors will be cheering and having a party when I'm finished, which should be pretty soon. The box is fine. It's ugly, but it's fine. The thing that fits on top with the tongues needs to be thinner, and that's what I'm working on now. The pitches are fine. It just needs to be thinner so it can resonate, and then I will mow the grass. I've been grinding away on it, trying to make it thinner, and I'm sure the neighbors have had it, and I've about had enough. It leaves lots and lots of really fine sawdust. I ought to put it in a little jar and save it for whenever I need a little to repair a nick or a hole in the wood somewhere or furniture or something. I'm sure the neighbors are ready to shoot me. About 4 o'clock now. I'm going to try to fine sand this and put it together, see what it sounds like, and then take it apart and coat the top with a varnish, and then that will be it. Well, it's as finished as it's going to be. It started checking, in other words splitting right here, so I have right here, I'll put 2 extra screws, and this corner up here blew out there. And I made little holes in the side to stick the mallets in. The top's not dry yet. When it thoroughly dries, I'll try playing it. In any case, I'm finished. Well, here goes nothing, and I do mean nothing.